At first glance, the KrAZ-256 looks like just another truck, but its hidden strength turns it into a giant of Soviet engineering. With its YaMZ 238 V8 engine and the ability to haul up to 50 tons, this colossus conquered impossible terrain and extreme conditions. Today you'll discover how a simple dump truck became a legend of heavy-duty work. The power hidden in simplicity. Sometimes, when we look at something simple and modest, we overlook its true essence, its hidden strength. There it is, the KrAZ in the photograph. A massive, angular machine with no ornaments or superficial shine. It might seem like just another truck, but behind that rugged, hard-working appearance lies an engineering philosophy forged into metal, one that still fills me with genuine admiration. It isn't just a pile of iron. It is a heart that beat in rhythm with great construction projects, and muscles that lifted loads that were frightening even to imagine. The engine that defined an era. As an enthusiast of Soviet machinery, I've always admired the YaMZ 238 V8 diesel engine. It was a true monster under the hood, a symbol of power and endurance. Its 14.86 liters of displacement seemed to breathe pure strength, and its 240 horsepower at 2,100 revolutions per minute weren't just numbers. They meant this giant could pull and push tirelessly, even beyond its comfort zone. The Yaroslavl engine plant didn't just build engines. It created legends that still echo in the minds of anyone who ever heard their deep, vibrant roar. A transmission engineered with intention. The power didn't lie only in the engine. The entire transmission was designed so that every bit of that strength reached the wheels without loss. The gearbox was a 5-speed manual, simple in the way only brilliant engineering can be, yet incredibly reliable. Paired with a 2-speed transfer case operated by 2 levers, it gave the driver precise control to modulate traction depending on terrain or load. A lockable interaxle differential completed the system, allowing the truck to tackle slippery mud or deep snow without fear of getting stuck, redistributing torque smoothly even if one wheel lost contact. A truck built to endure. Gear changes under load were surprisingly smooth, no jolts, no harsh noises. The dry, twin-disc clutch with peripheral springs was designed to withstand colossal loads without failing at the crucial moment. The iconic double final drive wasn't random either. It increased the reliability of the entire drivetrain under extreme conditions, where every component had to perform at its absolute limit. Capacity and endurance beyond the numbers. The KrAZ-256 was a dump truck with a nominal capacity of 11 tons on normal roads and up to 12 tons in quarry operations. As was typical of Soviet machinery, these numbers were only a starting point. In practice, the giant could handle much more. I remember a case in 1981. Driver S. Abdullayev, a true master, towed a convoy of vehicles with a total weight of 54 tons. A single KrAZ moving such a load, a testament to both the driver's skill and the machine's robustness, capable of operating at the very limits of its design. Dump body design and hydraulic system. Its dump bed volume 6 cubic meters may seem modest today, but it was perfect for its time. It unloaded to the rear, reaching a tipping angle of up to 60 degrees, allowing even dense materials to slide out easily. The hydraulic system lifted the bed in just 20 seconds, saving precious time on work sites and in quarries. The all-terrain master. The real fame of the KrAZ-256 came from its phenomenal off-road capability. Its 6x4 wheel configuration made it a truck that reached places others wouldn't even attempt. With a ground clearance of 290 millimeters, it could overcome deep ditches, rocks, and logs. Approach angles of 42 degrees and departure angles of 54 ensured that steep climbs and descents were never an obstacle. Suspension and durability for extreme work. The front suspension, with leaf springs and shock absorbers, absorbed major impacts and softened the ride over destroyed roads. The rear suspension, with a rocker beam and 6 reaction rods, ensured stability and smoothness even under maximum load, swallowing every irregularity in the terrain. This construction was designed for decades of work under the harshest conditions, enduring endless cycles of loading, dumping, and traveling through impossible routes. Stories that forge a legend. I remember visiting my uncle in a construction brigade near Voronezh in the late 1982. There was an old but still operational KrAZ. The driver, an older man with hardened hands, would tell how that truck pulled them out of situations the younger workers couldn't even imagine. Once, in a swampy area, the entire convoy became stuck, but the KrAZ moved, dragging several loaded trucks behind it. "It's not just iron, son," my uncle Vanya said, tapping the KrAZ's tire. "It's part of our life, part of our history, a truck that lived through many eras." The cab of the KrAZ-256 BM may look Spartan to modern eyes. No air conditioning, no heated cushioned seats, no complex multimedia systems, yet for its time, it was comfortable and functional. It had a 3-seat configuration, the driver and 2 additional passengers, ideal for work brigades on the move. The driver's seat was adjustable in weight, length, height, and tilt, offering some ergonomics for long trips and reducing operator fatigue. Deep roots in Soviet engineering. The story of the KrAZ-256 BM began in 1966 with its mass production, but its roots traced back to earlier models like the YaZ-210E and the KrAZ-222. It took the best of their design and adapted those solutions to the newer demands of the era. Throughout its production, it received numerous modifications that allowed it to fulfill a wide variety of roles, from mining to road construction and infrastructure projects. This constant evolution made the truck an adaptive machine, always true to its principles of reliability, power, and simplicity. The soul of a true worker. An old publication about great construction projects once said, "A machine created not for parades but for work earns its soul through the thousands of kilometers it travels and the tons it carries." Nothing describes the KrAZ-256 BM better. A true laborer whose soul was forged in the fire of constant effort and relentless testing. Every kilometer, every load transported strengthened its reputation as an indestructible machine. Industrial versatility. This truck was not limited to paved roads or quarries. Its toughness allowed it to operate in the most extreme conditions imaginable. From the icy landscapes of the Arctic, where cold could crack metal and diesel turned thick, to the scorching deserts of Central Asia, where sand infiltrated every crevice and temperatures pushed machines to their limits. There, the KrAZ transported construction materials for irrigation canals, new settlements, and industrial bases. It became a tireless worker in hydroelectric projects, quarries, and mines, enduring daily blasts, tons of rock, and endless loads of cement, proving a resilience unmatched by most machines. Fuel consumption and autonomy. In terms of fuel, it wasn't the most economical truck, but its figures were reasonable considering its size and power. It consumed 39 liters per 100 kilometers at 60 kilometers per hour. To maintain the autonomy required in remote regions, it carried 2 fuel tanks of 165 liters each, 330 liters total, allowing long workdays without refueling. Mass and braking systems. The weight of the KrAZ-256 BM also commanded respect. Its empty weight was 10,850 kilograms, and when fully loaded, it reached 23,515 kilograms. Stopping such a colossus required powerful brakes. It was equipped with a pneumatic system operating with compressed air, ensuring safety and efficiency even under overload, giving the driver absolute control. Because strength is pointless if you cannot control it safely. A symbol of an era, over time, the KrAZ became more than just a truck. It became an icon of the Soviet era, a symbol of industrial strength and invincibility. It appeared in films portraying the conquest of Siberia, the exploration of new territories, and major construction projects. I remember watching a movie on television as a child about oil workers, where KrAZ trucks advanced in long columns through the taiga, carving paths through the brush. They were an essential part of the heroic landscape of that era, an inseparable element of its narrative. Road trains on wheels. The KrAZ could form part of legendary road trains, not limited to towing just one trailer. It could pull up to 3, transporting coal to power plants, bread to cities, or construction materials for new buildings and industries. The total weight of these convoys could reach 50 tons, but the KrAZ handled it with ease. They were the backbone of transport in regions without railroads, where road transport was the only reliable option. A functional and practical cab, The cab, though basic, offered intelligent solutions. Its design allowed work crews to travel safely and provided the driver with adjustments that improved comfort during long trips. The simplicity of the design didn't diminish functionality. On the contrary, it increased reliability by reducing the chances of failure during critical operations. Engineering built for daily life. Everything in the KrAZ-256 BM was crafted for endurance. Mechanics of the era could disassemble and reassemble the YaMZ 238 engine in just a few days using basic tools, no secret technologies required. It was pure engineering focused on functionality. The wide standardization of parts with other models from the same manufacturer meant repairs were quick and efficient, even in remote regions where supply could take weeks or months. This component compatibility was a lifesaver, ensuring the truck could return to work quickly. A tireless machine in all climates, the KrAZ operated in the harshest environments, endless Arctic snowfalls, where metal turned brittle, and deserts where sand and extreme heat challenged any machine. Despite that, it transported essential cargo for polar stations, geological exploration, irrigation canals, and new settlements. No matter the place or the conditions, it kept going, tireless and dependable. An unforgettable legacy. The KrAZ-256 BM became a symbol of rugged, functional engineering. Its image appeared on posters, in films, and in the stories of the time, representing hard work, progress, and the strength of human ingenuity and technology. It was a true tireless worker, capable of facing any challenge that came its way. Its legacy lives on in the memory of those who operated it and admired it. If the unstoppable strength of the KrAZ-256 BM and its legacy as a giant of Soviet engineering surprised you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the bell to keep discovering more stories about these titans of heavy-duty work. See you in the next journey, where a steel colossus is always ready to leave its mark.